Oh. Hey everybody. How are you doing? Ooh, this is not good today. Welcome to the stream. It's been a while. Okay, now it's working. Welcome to the stream. My name is Bernard Chang, professional comic book artist. I'm joined here tonight by a few of my co-hosts. We have the lovely Courtney, who is our comic book expert. How are you doing, Courtney?
Good.
And also she is our, what would you call it, our corset tester. Did you get any, did you get any more corsets over the
I did not. No.
All right. And
Don't got that corset money going on.
Also, we're joined by our co-host, professional artist, and another fashion guru expert, Jerry Ma. Jerry, and it looks like Fletch is online stream too now, too. Fletch.
Yo.
FLETCH CHU FONG, former DC executive, now he was in charge of running all the events for DC. So if you've ever been to a comic book convention where DC Comics had a presence, and you watched also Fandom, that was all FLETCH. With a team, but it was all FLETCH. With a team.
I don't know all FLETCH, but
it was all FLETCH. So, how's everybody doing this week? Hey, FLETCH, that subway thing, that's pretty close to you. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, it's I woke up to the news, because I was sleeping a little late. I'm in Brooklyn right now, and it's about 4 stops from me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's in Sunset Park, which is the next neighborhood up from Bay Ridge, and it's crazy, man. They still haven't caught the guy.
Well, they he left his credit card for the U-Haul, and they realized that awesome. He's from Philadelphia.
Yeah,
they have his name and his age. He's 67 years old.
67. Holy shit.
Yeah.
But they're still pursuing him, right? They haven't.
They haven't apprehended him yet, and they're not sure if that guy is the actual killer, of course. But he's definitely a suspect in question.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's good to hear. I didn't know there was any leads.
Yeah. One thing that's really struck me was about all this is that how crappy the subway system, as far as the surveillance and video cameras, something that's so simple. That, you see other cities, especially like London, have these sophisticated camera systems and everything where they could track somebody from getting on all the way to getting off a train.
Right.
And we here, as how many billions of dollars we spend in enforcement, they can't even do that, especially in the last 2 years where there's been an increase in violence, especially against Asians, but just in general, people getting pushed onto the tracks or, different types.
Absolutely.
There's just been no increase in doing something as simple as that type of technology to be able to ensure our safety. But
at least they keep raising the fares on us, FLETCH.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
They just become more reactive than proactive.
Yes, you're absolutely correct with that.
And that area is that a predominantly Asian American area or?
Yes.
Yeah. Because I noticed a lot of the people in the background. On this.
Yes, absolutely. And of course, the press still doesn't have the balls to say that's a hate crime against Asian people.
Yeah.
You go into Chinatown looking to shoot people. I mean, who do you think you're going to be shooting?
And it was that his gun jammed. That's why they there was more.
So they found a machete on him, on his the bag that he left. There was a machete.
Wow.
Another gun, all sorts of crazy stuff. It's just out of a movie.
Didn't it get stuck in between two subway cars? Is that what also happened?
I'm not sure of.
Oh. All right. Well, wait a them's the times that we live in.
But that's my second day returning to the city, so I can't wait for tomorrow. What happens? Hey, you know what? As long as the Mets won and Edwin Diaz didn't blow a save,
Me and FLETCH have a bet about how many games Edwin Diaz is going to blow.
How many games? They play 4 or 5 games already?
What's today's game?
The Mets?
7th
game, yeah.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay. And the Nets won their game against the Cavs, so they're going to be going into the playoffs. Well, they have one more game. They have one more game to play.
It's the round robin style, right?
You got to lose twice. So,
yeah. It's, and at the end of the month, you have the NFL draft from, and the Jets and Giants both have high round draft picks. High round draft picks. So it's an exciting time to be here in New York.
Well, the draft's going to be in Vegas, correct?
Right, yeah.
Probably, right? Yeah. And then how's the weather in New York? Is it chilly?
Oh, actually, it's freaking beautiful right now.
Oh, okay.
When
It's
I
going to be like 70 some degrees tomorrow, and I think actually on Thursday it's going to hit 80.
really, I don't think
Yeah.
it's gonna be. When I left
You came at a good week, Fletch.
LA to go to Boston, it was 95 degrees, 96 degrees last Friday. And Boston was like 50, 40s, 50s.
Right, yeah. Last weekend. It's kind of weird, too. I was in South Carolina, and that was like 50 something degrees. So.
Yeah. How was your show?
It was great. I was at the South Carolina Comic-Con. Had the pleasure of I had a handler for on Sunday, Matthew Crossart.
So what does your handler do? What was he handling?
He was very handsy. My handler was very handsy. Yeah. You see, yeah, Matthew Crossart. So Matthew Crossart showed up on Sunday. Helped out at the table. He provided security. Yeah. Let's see. We're gonna do a little unboxing while we kind of wind up for our. Yeah, and then we hung out. We got something to eat, chit chatted. He drove me around town a little bit. Swell time. It was a busy show. Saturday, it was a 2-day show. It's a smaller show. South Carolina Comic-Con. It's put on by Borderland Comics. It's a local comic book shop in Greenville, South Carolina. And they do, I think, 2 shows a year. This is their main show in March. They do another show later in the fall that is a smaller version. But this one was a decent sized. A lot of the positive, really good thing about it too. There's a lot of comic book retailers, selling new and old comics, and vendors in general. And then also, I got to share a ride with Matt Hardy in the hotel elevator. He didn't.
The Hardy Boys
He
wrestling
didn't.
guy.
They were there. Yeah, the Hardy Boys, Matt Hardy. He didn't pin me or anything. And then I also got to meet another super cool gentleman, Sylvester McCoy, who played Doctor Who. Sylvester, older gentleman. Sylvester and I were, we left on the same plane, on the same flight out of the show. So we got to spend a little bit of time chatting on the ride to the airport, at the airport, while waiting for our flight. We didn't get to chat much during the flight because he had another seat in the row in front of me. By the way, D. Rogers, no warm nuts on the SkyWest American Eagle flights so far. First class, no warm nuts.
I thought Matthew Crossart might have helped you with that one.
Matthew Crossart did help me with the warm nuts on Sunday. While I'm unboxing, this is the Monkey and Peach from our buddy David. This just arrived in the mail last week. Wow, this is a lot of comics. How many did I order? Here's issue 2.
Whoa, look at that awesome cover.
This one, yeah.
Ooh.
And then this one here. Jerry helped out a lot on my variant cover. Gave a lot of good art direction, especially with the textures and the patterns to really kind of make this cover pop. How come you didn't use any of the textures on yours, Jerry?
I got there's actually like 4 or 5 different textures.
Yeah, I can see it.
I just keep them pretty transparent.
I can see the brush strokes on his leg a little bit. Nice. And oh, there's a gold foil on this this version. Wow, they went all out.
Yeah, they really did go all out. It's pretty nice.
And this is issue 1, David Chun and Hamling. And then I think I got some stickers. I got the extra sticker pack. If any of you have been to my crib, I have a locker, a foot locker, right by the front door where I keep my sneakers. So I have a bunch of stickers on there. So that'll come in handy.
Looking good.
All right. So South Carolina Comic-Con, it was pretty interesting. How was Boston? You were in Boston, Fletch?
Yeah, it was actually a one-day show, Wicked Comic-Con, and same guys who brought you Boston Comic-Con before they sold it to Fan Expo, and they just wanted to have a dedicated show, and it was a pretty successful turnout too. There were number those and the retailers that were there. It was definitely all comic focused, and they appreciated the fact that there wasn't a lot of money leaving that room to go to like celebrity signings and stuff like that. So it was all in comics. So it was good. It was a really good show. And plus, I got to experience my first crobster roll.
Whoa! That sounds.
I thought when you said you got it to experience your first, there was a split-second hesitancy. Fill in the blank.
I'm with you on that one.
I wish we had somebody clip that. Is Mr. Clips here? Too woke to talk. We can clip that and then have our own fill in the blank poll. What did Fletch first experience?
In where was that? Boston?
Boston. Wicked Con.
Boston.
We went to
Boston.
We went to a show in Boston once. It might have been a Wizard show. It was at the University of Boston. It was at BU campus. It was like, I think it was a Wizard show early on.
The old was at in an area called Dorchester, which at the time was a really bad area, like 15 years. And there was only a Holiday Inn next to the convention center. It was the first Wizard World Boston DC did. I remember this vividly because it was a 3-day show in a bad area where they told you not to go out at night and to don't go walking around.
Right.
Same weekend as a Yankee Red Sox series. Same weekend as the Patriots, I think Jets, and also the Boston Bruins were playing in the playoffs, I think, and there was nobody at the show.
Because they were all at the sporting events.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So, but yeah, that was in Dorchester, and we hadn't been back. But no, the Boston show was good. The Crobster Roll was great. It was at the Yankee, I think Yankee Hotel or something over there, and the only thing was $33 per roll. It was crazy.
$33.
God.
Is that just because of inflation or what?
That's wicked, yo.
It's a little bit of both. Inflation, and there's been some kind of rarity.
Bernard, are you joining Starfire?
I was. I had started on this Starfire sketch, because to catch up from last week's, So I didn't get. I was deadline hell last week. Last week I didn't really get a lot of sleep. So I started it on my over the weekend just to kind of warm up sketch while I was at the show.
Yeah.
And there's some things about it that I want to fix. Maybe try to finish it, and then do a Deathstroke sketch this week for this week's to catch up. Well, what was the price of so it's crab and lobster?
Crab and lobster.
What is the? I mean, can you really taste the difference between crab and lobster once it's broken up?
Oh yeah, lobster.
Especially with all that mayonnaise in there.
Yeah, mayonnaise, quote unquote mayonnaise, right? I mean, what was it?
You don't like mayonnaise?
Wait. How big was it, Fletch? How big was the crab?
That's what she said.
Yeah.
It was as big as my fist. I got a pretty big.
I know Fletch has some big ass hands.
Fletch got some sausage fingers.
But ladies, it was big chunks of lobster.
Wait, so how much was the lobster before? It was 33. It's 33 now. How much was it before?
When I was last there, which was a couple of years ago, we were paying like 20.
20? Oh, wow. So it went up like 50%?
It looks like it, yeah.
Holy shit. That's some special lobster.
Lobster roll, though. This is crab and lobster, so.
Crab and lobster. So what was the more
I just
expensive?
wants to know who he's fletch fisting.
Who was fletch fisting?
What?
Who?
Just the shellfish, guys.
Yeah, where's Matthew Carson McKinney to get back? We need a get back coach here.
D. Rogers, that's a family man. Come on.
Yeah, what's up, D. Rogers?
Oh.
It's not like I'll have come on.
There's a raid.
Oh, there's a raid?
Yeah.
Let me scroll up, see who's raiding.
Oh.
Oh, Koshi Art raiding with a party of 11. Thank you, Koshi Art. Welcome to the stream. We do a bunch of sketches here. We have a bunch of quote-unquote comic book professionals talking about crabster rolls and sausage fingers. So
Hot nuts too.
yeah.
And warm nut.
Warm nuts. Warm nuts.
They should really be hot though.
No, hot because then you can't really enjoy it. It's not about like spiciness or just the temperature of just like warm nuts when you're on a plane.
Oh, right.
So
Plain.
we were just both at and there was another comic book convention in PhillyCon, right?
That's
Yeah, I think Bobby K was at that one, right? Hey, Bobby K.
Oh, hey, Bobby K was there?
I believe he was at that show. I mean,
It was a weird weekend in that there were three shows on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So there was a Star Trek convention in Chicago too.
Oh,
that
really?
was done by
Oh.
Yeah. So, I mean, comic events are coming back, baby.
And Dan DiDio, he made a big announcement at the Philly show, right?
He did not make an announcement.
Oh, he didn't make a big announcement. Oh.
wait, what?
Bleeding Cool reported some bar talk about
Okay.
happening. So,
Because then I was gonna say he leaked it here, saying that there was some big news coming up this week.
it's still coming.
Still coming. Okay.
Yeah. A more official announcement will be coming out soon. But yeah.
Anything? Any takeaways from the Boston Con?
Inflation is real.
Was it well attended, Fletch?
It was pretty well attended. It kept on, it petered out towards the end. But
Just out of curiosity, were people masked up or unmasked?
for the most part, they were unmasked. But I wore one, indoors and with the big crowds.
Well, what's the Massachusetts state ruling again on masking indoors?
I wasn't sure, but I noticed a lot of people walking around without masks. So,
okay. I think we're reaching a point now where you're going to see probably less and less masks, or it being optional. And as long as people aren't giving you grief about wearing it,
right.
I think it's. I mean, South Carolina does not have a mask mandate anywhere, so the whole state. So anywhere you go in South Carolina, it's as if there was no pandemic or the pandemic was over. So only a few people were wearing masks throughout the show, the weekend, or even out in the streets, And, I think it's just something we're going to have to eventually phase out of for some people. And, I think if you want to continue wearing it, you can go ahead. I don't see there should be any problem with continuing wearing it just to be more safe. But it will be probably more and more, or fewer and fewer mask mandates.
All right. Although in Philadelphia there is masks are back because I guess infections are up.
Right.
Philly.
The city of Philly. Yeah. So interesting.
I will just say to everyone on the stream here to, do whatever you guys are comfortable with. But a very, very, very close friend of mine just caught COVID, and it cost him, my friend, a bit of money from work, also some problems with family and everything. So like, it's still very real.
Lost
I'm not
work.
saying like, yeah. So like, I just would say, when you go to these events, just wear a mask, man. Just be safe.
Yeah, I mean it's especially as an independent freelancer. If you
Yeah.
if you have a sick day, that's meant lost work, so lost money or lost income. It was kind of scary on the flight at the airports and on the planes. It's still a federal mandate to
Yep.
wear masks. So this figure still seems a little off, but she's got like massive boobies though. Does Starfire have big boobies? Is she kind of muscular, or is this like too muscular for Starfire?
I would say your boobs look a little low.
A little low. Oh, because
Yeah.
she's looking a little higher.
Maybe they're
Isn't she
just
a
so
teenager?
Well, because they're so big. I mean,
big. Yeah.
maybe this is too muscular and too voluptuous for Starfire.
And I think the huge boobs made you elongate her like her torso. and
Torso.
everything. Yeah.
All right.
She definitely lifts though.
I've seen a couple of these Instagram, TikTok videos of these female weightlifters that pee as they're lifting up the. Have you seen
Wait,
those?
what?
Oh, I saw that today
Yeah.
too. I
As
saw
they're,
that.
as they're lifting up the weight, like they're straining, and then they just pee on the floor. I saw two different ones. Yeah.
Why are people
Yeah.
recording that?
Well, they're recording the lift because it's like super heavy, right? But there's two different ones, so I think it's like also a different weightlifter. I don't think it's like that's her shtick. I think it's just you're straining
they were
so
hard.
much that you pee.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen people poop in their shorts playing basketball.
I told you that was.
What was that, Fletch?
I said I told you that was at one time.
Oh yeah.
Only one time?
Well, because then he got a technical foul. He had to sit out the rest of the game.
You know what they say though. It happens.
Simple Man has a shart story or shat story.
Oh yeah, Simple Man wants to share
Ooh.
his shat story with us. Who's gonna
He's
read
just
the
saying it
shat
now?
story?
Orlando farts when he does yoga.
Well, yeah, I
That
would
sounds like
imagine.
he does that on purpose.
I've seen that farting during yoga. To all the followers of Cash Art, please hit that follow button down below. The new people that came in on the I think we got rated twice. Crochet Art,
Oh.
and make sure you hit that follow button for more. This is what we do. We just sketch and talk about shat stories on stream. I mean that's what makes us professional. So, I think I should change this to a different character, right? What do you think?
Just more She-Hulk, I think, because a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more She-Hulk. Oh, and I didn't do the She-Hulk. I didn't finish the She-Hulk one. This was the She-Hulk one from before. So maybe I'll do another She-Hulk one. It's kind of blurry, huh? The camera.
Ooh, that's a nice drawing.
Yeah.
This one I did on the flight back from. Well, I was working on it on the flight back from Abu Dhabi on the plane. Okay.
How many unfinished sketches do you have?
I have a few. There's a Booster Gold commission I have to finish. This one I owe Wei a sketch. I have a couple other ones that are commissions that I really need to finish. So like at these shows, I really didn't take any commissions. Maybe one or two here or there. Really just because I'm trying to catch up on past commissions. So
Right.
I think I'll make this a She-Hulk. But I'll finish it later then. Yeah, originally I had her arm coming up here like she's flipping off the finger, and she's gonna say F cancer. I guess I can do something similar later. All right, so looks like we're not gonna finish the Starfire one just because it's just moving too far direction from what Starfire really would be looking like.
That could be a nice big Barda.
Yeah, or Big Barda, or Wonder Woman, or who else? Anybody in chat Anybody? Let me say hello to chat, which reminds me. Let me say hello to everybody in chat. Oh, look at that. Who's the? Oh, my chat doesn't go all the way back. Oh, I missed out. I think Long Wu was first, but my chat. I've been talking for so long. Xiaoyane from Taiwan. I know I'm pronouncing the name wrong. I hope she can correct that pronunciation for me. Hello, how are you doing? Kevin P. West, replying to K-Pop Junkie. K-Pop Junkie, Jeremy Joe. I think Long Wu was first, if I remember correctly today. I also have a couple people chatting on YouTube. Let's see, D. Rogers, that should be 7th seed, so I think that's a little further down, yeah. Oh, wait, hold on, I just went back up. Way High? Oh, so Way High was first today, right? Or not Long Wu? Where's Long Wu? What happened to him? Was Long Wu first? Matthew, look, your lyrics second? Oh, no, maybe, I don't know. Matthew Crossart's here. Kabong Inc., good to see you. Yojimbo, good to see Yojimbo. Thank you for the link. We're on YouTube as well. If you guys are watching YouTube, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe on YouTube so we can get that algorithm pumping a little bit. Eventually, we like to maybe perhaps fully migrate over there. Estefone, good to see Estefone. Golf Boy Sundays here, good to see Golf Boy. Kaylee Athena, good to see Kaylee Athena. Who else? Kevin P. West. Kevin P. West is both on Twitch and YouTube. He's got double streaming. Voldendor is here. Good to see Voldendor. Sean should be on here sooner than later. I pulled out. I was flipping through Iron Fist #2 earlier when we started the stream. That's Sean's glorious return to mainstream comics. Let's see who else. So today is Deathstroke. D. Rogers is here, of course. Is D. Rogers on the plane this week? Crispy Egg Roll, he said.
He's always on a plane.
He's always on a plane. Shutter Duck. Good to see Shutter Duck. How are you doing? I noticed that American Airlines has been changing up their planes. The LA to Miami. This is a flight geek moment here. I should have a little cue card for that. We'll talk a little bit about flying every stream. It used to be that there would be a handful of flights from LA to Miami would be in the Dreamliner 777, which the business class would have the lay flat seats. But it looks like American Airlines has updated all of the jets going from LA to Miami to their new Airbus 320 Neos, which don't have any lay flats. It has a larger economy section. I'm assuming that's to there's fewer flights, but most of the flights are all booked. I mean, standby only, and that's just, I think they're just trying to make more money, which is whatever, their business. Anyway, Jamie Odell's here. Any update on Raquel the Rat Lady, Jamie? That's kind of past its time. Promiscuous Time Traveler, good to see you. Now that the weather's getting better, you think she'd be out there probably a little bit more. Just caught up with Crochet Art. We also have BS Mall Art. Good to see BS Mall Art. First time chatter. How are you doing? I'm a little bit slow with reading the chat, guys, so let's see. That's true, yes. Yojimbo says that Dan DiDio was in Philly and so was Akira Yoshida. Oh, Crochet Art actually owns some of my artwork. Awesome. What pieces do you have? Curious. Yojimbo says that the speculation is that Dan DiDio is handling all of Frank Miller's publishing works. I think that's the rumor that's going around online right now. No confirmation of that yet. I'm sure Fletch does not want to say anything about it.
Yes, Boston was a great show.
Yeah.
Wicked Comic Con.
I think I'm promiscuous time travel. I think we're kind of caught up, right? Is there anything else in chat that we need to address?
Poop Kid is asking, "What's your next con, Bernard?"
Oh, well, right now it's tentative. I would like to do this show in Taiwan in May, on the 21st. However, I'm still in the process of figuring out the quarantine situation. It's fluctuating in Taiwan. The hope initially was that it would go down to 7 days of quarantine before you can walk around. And right now it's at 10. But then there's also this 10-day of quarantine in a hotel, plus an additional 7 days of self-health maintenance, which that I believe I need to get clarification on. So some people are telling me that that's 7 days stayed at my own residency, whether that's an Airbnb, but not the quarantine hotel. But I'm under the assumption that during those 7 days of self-maintenance, I can kind of walk around, right, Jerry?
That's what I believe.
Right? Because if it's 7 days of additional, if it's 7 days of additional house quarantine, then that would mean that if I were to go to that convention on the 21st, I would need to get into Taiwan at least 17 days before the show, which would mean I would be spending over 2 weeks in quarantine, which is not.
I would just be careful because when you go to that show, you will be advertised as being there.
Right.
So they will have like documented proof that you were out and about, you know?
Yeah, well, part of that is also, I'm assuming by me going to that show, I can claim that as a business trip, right? Because they're not allowing tourists right now, but the business they will be okay with. And right now, because I fly American or One World Airlines, it's a 30 to 35 hour trip into Taiwan because it requires a 15 to 16 hour layover in Tokyo. And I was looking at flying into Narita. Last time I think I mentioned flying into Narita, going into, and then transferring to Haneda, which are two separate airports in Tokyo, about an hour away from each other, depending on what you take, a bus or a train. And technically, to transfer from one airport to the other, you would go through customs and enter the country of Japan. So, but the more research that I do, it still looks like I'm not going to be able to go into Tokyo. They're still requiring visas from foreign visitors. Albeit for tourist reasons, I think it's allowed now, but I don't think I'd be able to go into Tokyo. There might be just a shuttle that would just take me directly to the other airport. And the lounge is not open 24 hours, so I'd have to hang out in the terminal with the rest of the civilians.
Jeez.
So,
peasants.
Right, and you know, I'm assuming it's not, since if the lounge is not open 24 hours, it's about a 4 to 5 hour window where it's closed. Most of the other like restaurants or shops in the airport are also closed during that time. Yeah. Right, time to spend in a capsule. Well, originally, Yojimbo, I was thinking like I'd go into from Narita, I'd go into the main central Tokyo train station. They have these lockers where you can store luggage in. I would leave my luggage in those lockers, and then I would like go to dinner somewhere, go grab some drinks. Did I ever tell you guys a story about my time at a bar called Jail in Tokyo?
I never heard it.
You spent time in jail?
Well, so this was 2010, and I went to Tokyo, and my buddy Neil, I was like, Neil, I'm going to Tokyo. He's like, oh man, you got to go to this bar called Jail. It's like themed after a jail, and you know, it's like really cool because Tokyo has a lot of these themed restaurants and bars, right? Did we go to that one called Ninja, Jerry?
No, I wouldn't waste my money there.
No. The ninja one's like you go into like a small Japanese village. It's a restaurant inside of a building, and then you have like a little room, and then the raiders pop out of the panels of the wall.
Yeah,
with
I
your
think
food.
in New York.
Oh, they have they had one in New York, right? Yeah, but the one in Japan is scarier because they don't have like building code zoning. So
You
like
don't have to worry about your feelings.
yeah, because you're walking in like this village, and it's like you're walking on these stairs, and like the whatchamacallit, the ceiling or the fire sprinklers are like right there by your head, so you have to dodge, right? I think like in the U.S., the building code that would be a building code violation. So, but I mean, it was kind of fun. It's kind of kitsy. So he's like, go to this bar called Jail. So back then, 2010, it was only iPhone 1, iPhone 2. So not a lot of, I didn't have a router, so internet was very limited. And so I'd be at the hotel and I looked it up. I found an address and I printed it out. And so in Tokyo too, Courtney, you'd be able to test this. Like it's not really like on a grid, right? So it's very kind of difficult to navigate.
It's I compare it to like a clock. Like at the very center, you have like the Imperial Palace, and then it's kind of like everything else is kind of rotating around it, all like the major stations. So, but yeah, it's definitely there's only certain areas like Ginza is made in a what you just said.
More modern kind
That's
of like
very
layout.
yeah, that's very modern and very grid. That's like the only area in Tokyo that's actually grid like.
This is too rich for my blood.
And there's nothing.
It's actually not that bad.
There's nothing at Ginza either to do right after a certain time. It's really a business area.
A lot of expensive
there's a
stuff.
ton of like little bars, but it just it's not as crazy, I'd say.
I've been to a small bar in Ginza because I stayed in Ginza, and I went to a small bar and it was just like basically like a bar that sat like 4 or 5 people, right? And then the bartender would go from one person to the other, and like talk to that person for like a couple of minutes, and then go to the next person and talk to them for a couple of minutes, and then when they got to me, I didn't speak any Japanese, he didn't speak any English. We just kind of smiled and laughed at each other for a couple of minutes. And I was like, you can go to the other person. You don't have to hang out and just look at me. So, but it's cool. I mean, it's like a really like kind of personal kind of. That's the first time I ever had like where the guy chopped the ice into a little ball.
Yeah, they're kind of famous for their cocktails in Ginza. I think a couple like famous cocktails were invented there, like the highball was invented there.
Courtney, can you say what were they famous for there?
Cocktails.
Oh. Mr. Clip, 2 clips. Can you to work to talk? Okay. So back to the jail story. We go to so I find it. I walk around. It's like this neighborhood. Most of the restaurants are closed because it's a bar. I walk up like 2 or 3 flights of stairs. There's like a blank door with no sign. And I hear music behind the door, right? And I knock on it, and the door opens. Like the little like, like a little eye thing opens. Yes, and then it closes. And then the door opens. I walk in, and there's you can hear the music. And shoot, where's my T-square? Give me a sec. You guys entertain the masses. I'll be right back.
He's gone, finally.
Hey, Courtney, what comic shows are you going to this year?
If somebody has an extra ticket for San Diego Comic-Con, then I can certainly be like a Michael or something. I shouldn't be so open about using other people's names, but that's probably the one. I haven't actually heard anything about San Diego Comic-Con either, so I'm taking that it's gonna be all back up and running.
Yeah, I should be. Oh, is Sean here too? Looks like we have 5 stars now.
Sean
here.
is. Oh yeah, there he is.
Okay,
Sorry I
so
was late.
I'll quickly wrap up my.
How dare you?
Yeah, what's up? So I go in, I look around, and there's like a center stage, and then there's a cage, in the middle of the room, right? And then it's like a U-shaped. Here, let me draw on the back of this. Whoever wins this drawing today gets a nice layout of the
Jail.
of the jail, right? So you come in here, and there's like seating, and there's seating here. There's another like a cage, and then there's a stage here. And I look around, and it's like a cage, right? So I'm like, oh, that's kind of the jail thing. But then I look, and there was a guy on here strapped to an X.
Ooh, was there?
And there was a girl here with a whip. And
So, when are we going?
so, and I sat like right here at this like seat, and it's like, wow, this is like really taking jail to the extreme here, like more torture. And then I look again, it's like a S&M bar. But not only is it an S&M bar, it's an S&M hostess club. So I was like, wow, what did I get myself into? It had a very like Pulp Fiction vibe.
So at least it was very expensive then.
Well, so then I was asking like, what's going on here? I thought this was called jail. She's like, this is jail. This is the jail club. There's a jail bar, but this is the jail club. And then she hands me like a booklet, with like she hands me like a slip that had like all these boxes with this writing in Japanese, like a ordering slip, right? And this is when Matthew Crossart would have been very handy with his translation services. I didn't know what this was, so I just went, okay.
Oh.
Let's fuck around, right?
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes.
The hostess girl comes back, takes my list, and she's like,
She's like, hubba.
How long did you wear the ball gag?
and she says something to me in Japanese. I didn't know what she said. I'm like, oh, she's
Dando.
You do like warm nuts.
and then she hands me a photo, like a photo album booklet, right? And she's like, I open up the photo album booklet, and it's like all these pictures of different poses and different tortures.
Uh-oh.
And at this time, another couple comes and sits like right here in the corner. So I'm here by myself. A couple sits here. This guy overheard me try to speak English to the girl, to the hostess, and he's like, "Hey man, if you need me to help, I can help translate some stuff for you." And I'm like, "Sure. What is this list that I just filled out?" And he's like, "That's the list of the things that you want them to do to you."
Of course.
I was like, "Oh,
course.
okay." And then so it was like so I was thinking, man, should I go? Because I wanted to wake up. I wanted to stay up and go to the Tsukiji fish market, right, to eat sushi. And that wouldn't be available until like 3 a.m. So this was probably like, I don't know, midnight or so. So I asked.
You need activities to keep
I need
you busy.
activities to keep me busy for like 2-3 hours. I'm like, what am I gonna do for like all this time, right?
Get whipped.
Walk around. So I asked the hostess. I start drawing pictures on the napkin. Start drawing, pictures of myself, right? And then like a drink bottle, right? And then like how much what was the is the Y, what is the
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So and so we were communicating through pictures, and it was like $200, all you can drink, for the rest of the night. And then it might have been $100. I know it's 2010. Maybe it was $100. All you can drink. But anything else like was extra. But then I looked around and it was like it wasn't like super raunchy, because the table here, they all seemed like office workers, like office mates, and they were just like taking turns.
Dude, they're the raunchiest. Are you kidding
and
me?
they were just taking turns going on the stage and getting stuff done, and they all seemed like only this couple here seemed like a couple. Like everybody else seemed like either a group of friends or office workers. So, did they ever do this stuff at DC when you were there, Fletch?
Every Friday.
Every Friday.
It seems like a bargain. $100 all you can drink, but it's really it's tough to drink through that ball gag, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, well, they pour it through one end and it comes out the other. So, that's the fermenting process. I think it was a little bit more than 100, but it wasn't. So I was doing the math in my head. Like, if I go to a bar and drink, it's about the same amount of money, almost, right? But then I gotta like figure out where to go, walk around. I didn't have like cell service back then. And that area that the club was at was like kind of dead. So I figured I'd just stay there. I didn't have anything done to me though. It was just
Come on, man. You don't have to be embarrassed. You can tell us.
He hasn't had anything done to him that he didn't pay for, is what he means.
Right. Japanese team building. Exactly, Golf Boy. That's the Japanese salarymen. They go after, hard day's work to relax. So, yeah. And it was all Japanese whiskey, which is good. It was all good, like high-end whiskey. So, what's up, Simple Man? What happens in Japan stays in Japan. Apparently not on the internet, though. So, by the way, let's see. Let's go back. Sean, Mr. Chen is here.
I am here. A little late, sorry.
Look at what we have here. Iron Fist number 2. Iron Fist number 1 is like almost sold out everywhere.
Yeah, I never really thought that book was I mean, I guess it's doing really well.
Look at that. Alyssa Long.
Wait a minute. There's 2 different Iron Fists?
This is the
original Iron Fist.
race-bended Iron Fist.
This is the new Iron Fist, who's Asian.
Yeah, I just assumed that they turned Danny Rand into a Chinese dude.
No, Danny Rand still exists, right? He exists on his own.
Holy crapola! So
you just can't turn Asian. Yeah.
So now's the new guy. This is the uniform designed by Jim
Chung.
Yeah.
People love that costume design.
Jim Chung.
Across the board.
Look at that bulge.
Oh, where's the bulge? Oh,
I
here.
don't know.
This is a Linnell. Is it Linnell or Linnell? Linnell.
Yeah.
So the first few pages is from the regular artist Michael YG.
Yig. Yeah, how do you say that? Is that Yig or is it YG?
I think it's Michael YG. Right? Like his name is probably like young guy, but then he's
like some young guy.
Well, like I only think like there's these Chinese restaurants that are like ABC, NBC, CBS, right? They're not naming them after TV stations. I think they're naming them after the initial sounding of whatever the name of the place is. But then they abbreviate it into letters. Is that true? Jerry, do you know? Is Whole Foods HF? Or
no, it's just...
Does Ho stand for something else?
Yes, it does.
Hot Orgy Foods?
Or just Ho Food.
Ho Food.
It's for the streetwalkers after late night.
I am hungry.
So the colorist is pretty good.
Yes, he's good.
Who's this guy? J. David Ramos. Do you think is he Filipino or is he Ramos can be
Mexican?
Hispanic, Latino.
Hispanic?
he does
Sean,
do a lot.
when are you gonna get them to change the S to a dollar sign on your name?
Right. Yeah, Sean. What's up
Come
with that?
on, man.
You're gonna be like Diddy,
need
P
more
Diddy,
money.
like you need a S there. Well, Jerry, problem solved.
Just put a line through that, Sean. Yeah, put a line right through that S. Yes.
Problem
Oh, come
solved.
on.
There we go. Does your name appear anywhere else in this
Yes.
book?
No.
Sean Chen.
Maybe on the cover, but you're not gonna mess with the cover, right?
You got a cover? No, the cover. I got the Lanil cover. Oh, here it is.
Just the last name of the cover, no? Chen?
No, it's, they have the whole name.
You're
here.
gonna
Look
need
at
the paint marker.
that. I gotta get my Pashka. Here we go.
Oh, I guess you're not getting that slab.
It's worth more now.
It's worth more now because of the dollar sign.
So this guy's this Michael YG guy, his art was pretty open. I mean, when I got it, I was like, wow, is this done or could this be a layout? And I don't mean that in a bad way, but it was like very loose. And then the colorist goes in, and then the work is like, I don't know, it just takes it all the way.
Yeah, he gets it's pretty good colors. The only thing again I have against these colors, and I think I'm gonna make.
Oh,
a
I know
post
what it
about
is.
this.
But the fact that he just makes the eyes all Anglo.
Yeah, and part of that is also the artist himself. Like there are instances here where the eyes are somewhat anglicized, even though the eye is slanted. The eye itself is slanted or almond shaped. He does have it recessed.
Yeah, it's more chiseled and recessed
Yeah.
like a white person.
Right. And we talked about it a little bit. Even here on the women, here, like on the side profile, when you draw from the front or
Yeah.
3/4, it's less noticeable in a
Right.
2D black and white drawing. But when you get into a slightly more profile, that eye should be further up.
So I remember we had a conversation whether
Yeah.
it's my duty to follow his lead because he's the main artist. And you said
I
like,
don't know.
screw that, man.
I don't think it's your
That
duty to
guy's like,
follow his lead.
he's influenced by manga that is often influenced by American
Yeah.
art.
So the main problem I have is the shadow underneath the eyebrow and the upper eyelid. The epicanthic fold is not the right term, but it's really this fatty, the eyelid, right? The eyelid area. How all of these characters have a shadow
They
underneath,
just didn't get enough sleep.
and that's really just I mean, it's a Caucasian feature.
They're at the jail bar waiting for the Tsukiji fish market to open.
You know what it's like with an Anglo person? That eyebrow is basically on a different. It marks a change in plane. But within a Chinese eyes, it seemed like the eyebrow is just painted on top of a hill, and
Yeah,
it doesn't
so-
really change the angle at all.
Right?
Oh, we got a little tutorial here.
Get a little tutorial. I mean, again, and this is an Asian guy drawing it, Michael YG, and I'm assuming a Filipino colors, another Asian artist. Part of it is that they're working in the default. Most of the characters.
I like
they're
all the
drawing-
backgrounds that he draws.
Well,
All the
oh, it's a
backgrounds
slicker.
that he draws.
Is that? Are you being sarcastic?
I mean, there's a lot of nice shape. There's a lot of nice sculpting in the faces.
Hey, that's my page.
There's a lot of nice sculpting in the hands and figures. So you have a big. The montage scene was the writer's favorite. It's the montage.
Yes, and the writer was your favorite things.
Alyssa, when she stopped by at WonderCon, I said hello. So, did you use your kids for any of these?
No.
So, this is like a very manga-esque drawing. It's almost like
Wow.
a hybrid of. This is the other guy, right? This is not you. Is this you, Sean?
Yeah.
This is the other guy.
The last page was him.
Yeah.
You can tell by all the backgrounds again.
Right. I mean, and you can see, and there's different shapes. There's different eyes. There's some Asian features that is like a upside down.
You're on a glare spot on the paper.
Yeah, I just moved it up. you know, there's different shapes of eyes, but I think I would estimate 80% of, especially younger, the eyeball, if we were to do a profile of a face, the eyeball would be fairly up, closer to the edge of the face, as opposed to being recessed in the back, right? Where if and when it's recessed in the back, yes, I can see it creating that shadow because of the eyebrow ridge. But anyways, if you're working on one of my books and you're a colorist, I always send you this this note. But beautifully drawn. My only other Sean, when you see something like this, not to criticize Michael, but
please do.
this is obviously Shanghai, right? The story takes place in Shanghai. There by the caption. That's like the globe. This is one of the buildings that has a cutout top. But it's not an exact replica of the buildings. So when you see something like this, does this bother you, or does this?
Yeah, I don't know what the buildings look like, but
Here.
I mean, it doesn't look like that.
No, it looks similar to that, but it's not here. I'll pull up Shanghai.
It bothers me because, especially when people do like Tokyo or Japan, I'm like, oh, that's not.
You know,
They
like,
just group everything together.
yeah,
And
that's like basically like a plaza. It's like they do that with France a lot. Like you'll get the Eiffel Tower and the Arc de Triomphe in one plaza when they're not really close to each other at all.
Right.
Or even New York City, they'll do it with New York City ever so often.
Yeah. So there's a distinct specific building, right? So there's that circular ball thing. I don't know the name of it, but let me see if I can get and you can see this to the right. Oh, let me move this.
It's
window,
not
so
called the Martini Olive.
I don't know. Does your Jimbo know what this is called? These buildings?
It looks pretty accurate. I mean, they're all kind of clustered together.
Right, but I mean geographically, like there's no way that this would actually fit, right? This building is actually to the right, if we're looking at it from the edge, but it also depends on which part of the city you're looking at. You wouldn't be able to see this from this angle of seeing. Let me see if I can,
So you're not drawing today, right?
Oh yeah, I'm doing Deathstroke right after this, after my rant.
We do that in comics all the time. Is basically you just draw what people think things look like rather than what they really do look like.
Right, so it's one of the tallest buildings in the world. There's another taller, that's circular building. But you see how here, let me move this over.
Oriental Pearl Tower. It really they call it Oriental Pearl Tower.
I think it's a bank or something, or yeah. So, while this round thing is the round thing, that's one thing. And also, like this second portion is like extremely high, is exaggerated or reduced it. This building in the back here, with the cutout at the top, the cutout is not like a thin cutout, which is what he kind of drew. The cutout is actually almost a what would you call that?
So they call that building the beer. What is it? Opener.
Oh, the beer can opener, beer top.
Yeah, beer bottle opener.
And then this is supposed to be this round circular building, which is I think the tallest structure in China. So, and you can see there's three different major buildings in Shanghai. So part of it is like, well, you know, this is all available for reference. Again, I don't want to seem like I'm being too critical of this. I'm just curious.
No, I think the thing is, if you're going to use reference, then just go ahead and use it, right? Don't halfway use it.
Yeah.
because then
Yeah.
it looks like it's a mistake then.
Because you can also see the cutout of that on the far right-hand side. The cutout of the, if I just focus a little bit better, you can see it.
Oh, I see. That cutout is actually very narrow.
It
I mean,
varies
it's
in size.
flat.
From one side, it's bigger, but then from the other side, it's thinner.
Oh, wow.
That's what she said.
Right? Yeah. I mean, you have to worry about, is it the circumference or the width? The width. And it's a very interesting building because it's curves, but then it's like as if it's sliced, like like somebody came down with a sword and sliced part of the building.
Wow. It's really not that accurate the way he drew it.
So yeah,
the
this looks
reference.
like it's like a handle from a suitcase, right? Like a like a thing that you pull up. So I don't know. And the building itself is square, rectangular. Whereas if you look at the circular build, it's actually circular with a slice taken out, or curved.
Wow.
So if you draw this building in your pages, Sean, you should draw it accurately.
Yes, Sean.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
I won't be drawing any more of those.
And the rest of these, again, the architecture, it's somewhat slightly generic, and not necessarily representation of Shanghai. But again, it reminds me of a point. It reminds me of a time where I was reading a comic and they were asking me to do a cover, and it was like a spy series, and the series was set in the UK. But the car that the guy drew, the regular artist drew, the driver's seat was on the left-hand side of the entire book. And, there's like little minor details, right? But,
so you saw that and said, I'm out.
yeah, I was like, that's it. I'm not going to draw this book. Okay, let's look for Deathstroke. We're about an hour in. Have you guys done your sketches already?
Nope.
I finished it. Done.
Oh yeah, Courtney did a really nice drawing of
yeah, I saw
last
that.
week's.
That was good.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's the one drawing I do per year, and that's it. So,
One a year.
that's I usually end up doing one per year. So that's just how it averages. But I think like towards spring and summertime, I become more inspired to do something. So I felt inspired. That's why I just couldn't be an artist. I couldn't do that. Being able to draw all the time.
All right.
It's terrible.
If you have a vision, then you're good to go. But I would have like kind of in a way like writer's artist's block. I don't know if anybody else has ever had that, but it would just be like nothing, and I couldn't draw like anything or just look god awful. So.
Well, you should just draw anyways.
Yeah, you got power to it.
Yeah, I mean I've tried. It looks really bad. But I'm trying more since last time you guys were talking about how everybody who enters into like the comic book business is like, young, and I was like, fuck that. Like, I'm old. I'm gonna enter in, I'm gonna be 40 years old. How about that? They're gonna call me old guns. And I'm gonna be elderly.
Oh, hold on. That might be someone special calling.
Someone's calling?
I've been getting a lot of spam calls lately.
Are you going to answer the phone while you're on stream?
I do it, but I answer in a baby voice.
Baby voice?
Yeah, I answer in a baby voice.
You should answer in Vård.
I should. Hello. But then would you guys be able to hear? If I put it on
Speakerphone, baby.
Right, yeah, shit. Okay, they hung up. So next time.
Like, your results came back.
Uh-oh.
That time, and where were you? Which convention?
You still, no matter how serious the conversation, you still gotta talk like
Oh,
Vodando.
hello. So see, I did this drawing once, right?
Oh yeah.
I did this.
Yeah,
city
you actually
drawing
use that
once.
little window.
Yeah, and I drew it from another angle. Actually, this was a very. I made sure I got an aerial so around it. The architecture in Shanghai is very modern. That's the whole thing about Shanghai. You can see the rest of it.
So you found an aerial view reference?
I found an aerial view reference, but I kind of pieced it together visually. So I don't think this is exactly geographically accurate in terms of the
I'm out.
distance.
Yeah, I'm out.
Come on, man.
Leave it on the shelf.
But it was to get all of the major skyscrapers in, because it's at the end of a harbor. If you look at the bottom of the screen, where his feet are, that's like there's like a river that runs through Shanghai, and that.
Plus, Bernard, you see what you did, what the other guy did not do is, and it kind of drives me crazy when guys don't do this, but on the rooftop, he drew just like a flat surface
Oh, yeah.
on the rooftop
Yeah.
of each building, where you actually there's never just a flat surface on any rooftop of any building.
Right.
There's always some kind of vent, something, an antenna, anything,
Now we're gonna go look at his crimes.
a piece of garbage.
Well, I mean, there's always
Look
like
at that.
HVAC systems, right? Like air conditioning systems.
Yeah,
and-
something.
Yeah, look at that. Jeez.
So
You can play pool on top of those buildings.
if you're drawing, if you're a young artist out there and you're drawing stuff,
Old artist.
just the more realism you can put in, it's a minor. I'm sure some of those details in that it's not exactly 100% accurate in terms of where some of the. Let me see if I can move this.
Whenever you draw backgrounds, just ask yourself a very simple question. What would Jeff Darrow do?
Yeah, there's a particular, you see down by his elbow. There's some stuff. I don't know if this is exactly accurate to that building. Sometimes I just fill it in and just draw the. It's almost like two boobs, right, with two eyeballs, like a robot's face. Anyways,
Wow, it's very cool.
all right. Still fun stuff. Very energetic. So.
Is that a fisheye perspective?
Oops.
I mean, it's not strict 1 point, right? So how
It's
do
like
you
a fisheye, yeah.
curve all the perspective lines?
Yeah, it's
You
like
just
a
do it by
fisheye.
eye?
Do it by eyeball. Yeah, it's eyeballed it.
Ooh.
Wow.
I mean, I think on the back I had lines. Maybe next time, if you remind me, I'll look for the line for the actual line work. I have it somewhere. Unless you guys want to entertain the masses, I can look for it. It's just over
Well,
there.
actually, it's getting a little late for me.
Yeah.
I gotta take a shower and say happy holidays to everybody.
Okay.
Oh.
He's out.
All right. He's out.
Too much backgrounds now.
Happy holidays, Jerry.
Hey, Fletch, I'll see you Thursday night, right?
Thursday night. You got it, brother.
Which
Okay.
which Deathstroke version did you guys do? Happy holidays,
I
Jerry.
did the one that you have on the screen now, the actual George Perez one,
Okay,
the
yeah,
70s
yeah.
disco style.
Okay.
Love the boots. Yeah.
Yeah.
Deathstroke.
Should we do the boots? Should I do something?
Hell
with the
yeah, you
boots
got
on there?
to.
Yes.
But you should have him like pull those boots up because right now they're folded down. So
Let me
like
guess,
he's gonna go
Sugar
fishing.
Sean we had too many deadlines to draw this week.
Yes, I did. I'm gonna miss half the year of these, I'm afraid.
Sean's making some bank. It's gonna be not even Sugar Sean. I think it. What's another symbol for money? That's like.
There's no-
Okay. Happy holidays, everybody.
All right,
Bye-bye.
see you, Jerry.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
All right. Here is the. How long, Fletcher? How long are you in? Are you in New York?
Till next Wednesday.
Okay.
So, fly.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah.
So you already talked about whether Fletch lived in Sunset Park or lived near or what?
Yeah. He's
Okay.
what does it say? 4 blocks away from. 3 stops away from.
4 stations away, 4 subway
Wow.
stations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I woke up because I was gonna sleep in late. I woke up, people texting and trying to figure out what's going on, family and all that. But yeah, it's crazy shit.
I'm having the same problem I had last week, where the camera keeps changing light. Let me see. Maybe this will be better. You guys can see the drawing a little bit better as I put my hand
This is
into it.
a very unusual pose.
Yeah.
Can you guys see what he's doing?
Oh, are you doing my idea where he's taking one of those boots things and pulling it all the way up so he can go fishing?
Yep.
Okay. So I guess you're not really honoring George Perez.
I am honoring
Yeah.
George Perez.
I like that costume though. I like the green and the orange together.
Green. Where do you see green?
Where do you see
Is it not green?
It's like
Blue.
teal, blue.
Oh, it's kind of
teal,
greenish.
teal greenish. Oh, it's gonna be like that one. Who sees blue? Who sees green?
Yeah.
It is. Yes, teal. Teal is in the middle, I guess.
Or it's more chainmail. Yeah.
Mm.
So does anybody have any questions about Matthew Crossart? I can dish the dirt on Matthew Crossart.
Oh, you met him. Oh, you saw him, right?
Yeah,
In
Matthew.
Oh,
We
yeah.
spent the entire
Carolina,
day
okay.
together. He was my handler, my
Ooh.
security.
Oh,
What-
fantastic.
What other services do you provide?
When my back was sore, he was a masseuse.
Did he teach you how to play chess?
He was
what's-
practicing
What's
chess.
he better? Is he better at Japanese or chess?
We didn't really get to speak Japanese that often. But yeah, Matthew's a cool guy. Anybody on stream, if you guys are at a near a convention that any of us are doing, I'm sure if you can stop by, that'd be great.
With whiskey, right?
Well,
think-
he didn't bring any whiskey. It's fine. South Carolina. Plus, he was driving, so.
More for you to
What
drink.
did I have anything to drink during the show? No. It's a family show. I did have a beer afterwards, but
14 years of martial arts
Whoa.
and better at Japanese than chess. And Greg Pak's son is a chess champion.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Where? So, asking Matthew Crossart, what did he? What was his? What were some things that he liked about the show? About South Carolina, or has he been to? I forgot to ask him if he's been to other comic book conventions before. If there was a comparison. I sat next
So
to Vic. God, I forgot his last name. Caravaggio or something. I don't want to insult. There's an old time.
Bogdanovich?
No, an old timer guy. There are a lot of old timer guys there. Artists, comic book artists.
Carabata?
Carabata, yes. Yeah, cool guy, very, very, very cool gentleman. He had a couple of handlers with him. He had 3 handlers. I only had 1, so. And then.
What did he draw?
Atlas and Two Gun Kid.
Yeah. Matthew
Atlas,
apparently
that's a
knew lot
long
about
time
him.
ago.
Wait, Atlas, DC character?
Atlas, the comic book company, was defunct.
The company, not the DC. There's a character called Atlas for DC. Well,
So the character at Atlas was Two Gun Kid.
Was that was before DC or former DC?
I'm just reading what Matthew wrote in chat.
no, Atlas was Marvel Comics before they changed the name to
Okay.
Marvel.
And then I bumped into Bill Gallagher, who's an artist on Archie. Bill, myself, and Chad Harden. We were at the India Comic Con 2019. We spent a few days together there. You know, at these conventions, you really get a good opportunity to kind of meet. Sometimes, of course, my preference is always to go to a show where, you know, like Sean or Jerry or Fletch are at, because we can really kind of hang out, shoot the shit. And Courtney. Didn't mean to leave you out, Courtney. But you know, sometimes when you don't have that opportunity and it's just you're there by yourself, solo, you get an opportunity to meet some kind of new other artists and actors and stuff. So, like in I did the Dutch Comic Con. I got to hang out with Benny Wong. Is it Benny Wong?
Benedict?
Benedict Wong, yeah, but he liked to be called Benny.
Benny.
You know, because we're the only two Asian dudes there. So, and then this show too, I got to. Sean, you weren't here earlier, but I said I got to meet. Do you watch Doctor Who, Sean?
I don't.
No, you don't watch Doctor Who at all. The guy who he was a Doctor Who. He was also in The Hobbit. Played one of the. Well, that is the Aaron. Your Jimbo says myself and Aaron Gray. That would be ideal. Lieutenant. Colonel Deering. Yes. That would be. We get stuck on the airport together.
And she's an agent for a lot of
Oh yeah.
media guests.
Yeah.
She was a lot of crushes when you were younger, right? Battlestar Galactica and Silver Spoons.
No, she Buck Rogers, Aaron Gray.
Buck Rogers,
Buck
yeah,
Rogers,
Buck Rogers.
yeah. Buck Rogers.
And then Silver Spoons, remember?
She was in Silver Spoons?
Yes, she was.
She was the mom in Silver Spoons.
Oh, and I like Silver Spoons. Was she in the A-Team?
I don't think so.
No.
No. Well, I was gonna. How high should the overflaps go? Right now, it's over the knee. And what is he? What is he exposing now that he's lifting the flaps over his knees?
There's got to be a gun under there.
Okay, right. Like a blade, like a knife or something. Are they sitting underneath, or?
He's really showing Deathstroke at his best.
You can tell this is a giveaway.
He has. It might be claimed. Come on, have faith. Have faith, Sean.
Maybe I'll win it this time.
Right. Well, I didn't draw
the
Deathstroke
irony.
as a horse, so you guys missed.
I kind of dig that. You don't know what I'm into.
Well, Su Lee's not here. Su Lee's not here, so.
Maybe it's instead of a weapon, maybe it's some kind of S&M material.
Well, I was
Or
thinking like.
his condom collection.
Well, I was thinking, yeah, well, it would be like basically that's where he stores all of his weapons, right? So I'm right now I'm like, you know, a blade. What else can I put in here? Like a little small handgun. That's kind of underneath the flap.
A throwing star.
Oh, throwing star. Okay, good idea. Throwing star.
I feel uncomfortable when you call it the flap.
The flap.
Put it under the flap.
Put it under the flap.
Ooh.
Oh,
don't know
Courtney,
how to
have you ever heard of a thing called the rose?
The rose,
Yeah.
probably.
The song?
No,
No.
it's a women's
Toy?
thing that just came up on my Instagram feed for some reason.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's.
It's shaped like a rose.
I've heard of it.
Yeah. A dart? Okay, someone says a dart. Yeah, so some funny stuff that you can be storing in here.
Yeah, this would probably kill on Instagram. For some reason, people really like this type of humor.
Why hasn't anybody thought of that? Like, he has these big flaps. What are the flaps hiding? If I was an assassin, I'd be hiding my cachet of weapons underneath there, right? Because, of course, when Batman captures... Oh, no, well, who when the Teen Titans captures him, they're gonna take away his weapons belt. But then, lo and behold, underneath the boots, that's where I'll dart. What else? Fishing lures. That's a good one, James Cole. Okay. Like a fishing fly, like a fly.
Needs like a treat, like a Snickers.
Oh,
or
Snickers,
something.
yeah, in case he gets hungry.
Yeah.
Energy bar.
Yeah.
Energy bar, okay. What else? Anybody else got some good? We got the Chinese ninja star.
A little lighter.
A lighter?
Yeah, maybe he vapes.
A joint. Vape. He's
His
giving off
asthma
vibes that
inhaler.
he vapes, though. You're right. Those are vaping vibes right there. He looks really bright. Like he just choke someone and then be like, "Hey, bro, you vape."
The vape would not work, I don't think. I would just say because it's too modern. Right?
True. This was back.
Maybe you could put a pass to Comic-Con there.
A pass. Oh, Courtney's pass to Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah. I need one.
They only give like I might be able to get a second one, a second pass. Usually, Artist Alley they only give you one.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
You can't get two? I thought they get two.
Then the thing is,
You should get a pass that says Heather Graham, and people would believe, they'll just let you in.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, people don't. I mean, they're not starting to check IDs or anything yet, so there's so much in and out.
I mean, WonderCon. Did you think WonderCon was easy to sneak into, Fletch? As a security expert for shows? From you?
Not really.
No?
Only because it tons of security at the entrances.
Yeah.
First they check you for your vaccination status.
Right. So you have to have like a separate wristband. I don't
And
like
then-
that. I don't like that when they give you a wristband for the entire weekend, because
I know.
you take a shower and it gets like kind of wet, and just you wearing that by Sunday, it's like
It smells.
yeah, you got like dead skin on it, you got like food on it, you got,
Yeah.
a lanyard, a spork. Oh, that's good. A spork. See, Deadpool, Deathstroke would have a spork because that's an all-purpose
Utility,
right?
Yeah, a death spork.
A death spork. So he has a fly in case he needs to catch some fish, right? Like a lure.
Some Altoids.
Some Altoids. There we go. That's a good one. Okay. Put that in the food. I'm gonna put that in the food. He's gonna have one strap that's just all food, right? So you have the energy bar. Well, what's the energy bar? What's the 70s or 80s version of energy bar? Like a Snickers, right? Or something. Tic Tac. Oh, so Tic Tac would be the breath mint. If we're gonna stay true to this George Perez time era.
Baby Ruth.
A Baby Ruth?
I'm Googling it. Candy from the 70s.
Baby Ruth? Snickers?
Oh, homie's definitely down with the fun
Oh, what
dip.
about a flask? That's a good one. Mr. Joshua
yeah.
Whiskey Rock, so let's put a flask in there. Definitely would have a flask.
These drawings used to be headshots.
Well, somebody brought up the idea of a boot. A chess piece.
Man.
Let's see, chess piece for Matthew Crossart.
His leg's gotta be strong. He's gotta do leg day at least.
This is just his right leg too. You don't see what's on his left leg,
That's the good times leg.
right? What else? How about a rook? Is he a rook? Is he a bishop? Is he a queen kind of person? What do you think?
He looks like a queen.
A queen? That's okay.
He's like, He's a knight.
He's a knight? Okay, so it's a rook, right? Oh, a knight. Okay, a horse.
Nice.
Yeah, castle.
Okay. I don't know much about the character. What's his background?
He was a mercenary. Well, he was in the army. He went through some experimental thing for the army and got enhanced strength and like uses 80% or 90% of his brain power.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so he has more access to his brain.
Yeah.
Okay. And why is he a bad guy?
He became a mercenary.
Okay. So it's not really like all that bad. Just
yeah. And some of their an anti-hero.
Right. Okay.
Hey, it's hard times out there. I get it. He's trying to make a bill.
All right. Let's see. He's got some scales on his. Oof. That's gonna be. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna draw every single scale.
Man, that chainmail.
Yeah.
The chain.
It's like, it looks like he has some like grenades on his arm. The modern version, it's like a helmet, right? But the old version, it's like a cloth headpiece. Okay. Like
and he can only see out of one eye with a headpiece.
Okay. What happened to the other eye? It's just got shot off, or
his wife. His wife trained him actually when he was in the army. That's how they met. And then something happened where one of his sons was kidnapped. One of his sons is Jericho, and he had his throat slit and lost his voice. She shot at Deathstroke, Slade Wilson, and took out an eye instead because it was super fast reflexes.
Oh.
Man, that's dark.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that.
Why does he hate the Teen Titans?
Why is he? It had
Was
to
it
do with
millennials?
his other son was the Ravager, who also became a mercenary, and the Ravager took up a contract against the Titans and lost to them, and so I think
Fletch, you're breaking up a little bit. Is Fletch breaking up for you guys, or is he?
Yeah.
You're getting a little robot-y and a little choppy.
Oh.
Man, it's like, I can't believe you retained all that information.
Yeah.
So, Courtney, are you drawing a Deathstroke this week?
That would go against my one drawing per year.
One a year.
Well, that could be that you're just getting a head start in 2023.
I guess you do have a point.
For a split second there, I forgot that it was 2022 already.
I don't know where I am. I don't know where I left my meds.
Anybody else have any suggestions on stuff for his legs? I think I might have room for one or two more.
Something lacy.
A garter.
You mean like a garter belt?
Garter belt.
Yes, I did.
How about a fake eyeball?
Someone said a fake eye. I don't get. Oh, for his eye. Okay. Oh, I get it now. Somebody said eyeball earlier. I'm like, that's not really. But now I get it because he only has one eye. Okay. Got it. Who said that? Okay. Where can I put the fake eyeball? Okay, put it right here. Maybe put it right here. It'll be half cupped, so that at least you can see that it's an eyeball. All right. Anything else? Corgi
Bernard,
pin.
just want to let you know,
Yes?
this is by far the sexiest picture you've ever drawn.
Oh, why? Because you can see this area right here.
Yeah, it's like he's showing me a little something.
A little.
Down.
Wow, men and women are so different.
How about this drawing right here? A
Oh,
little,
yeah, he's showing his paint. His ABC asphalt connection.
what would you
That-
call that?
I've never heard of that.
That ain't good.
Yeah, but it's covered in chainmail. So, oh no, he has underwear. He has a. Okay.
Oh.
What? She put underwear over chainmail.
Well, the underwear is over. Right, the underwear is over the chainmail, so it'd be very difficult to see any kind of like
So
musculature.
is that his taint or bulge? Or is it like, does he tuck under
or camel toe? There's no camel toe. You wouldn't have a camel toe, right?
Oh. Well, like, I guess it depends like how you hang.
There is a gun. There's a gun holster on his hip, on his thigh.
Yep.
Okay, all right. Gun holster. Is it a special kind of gun or just a regular Army Reserve? It looks like it's a sword. Let me see.
Oh, there's a knife and a gun.
It's a knife and a gun.
Yeah, the sword's on his back, the gun holster's on his hip.
Oh, there's a statue.
So wait, what is he holding? Is that a staff or what?
It's a power stick.
Well,
And
it starts out as a small stick, but the longer he holds it, it turns into a staff.
I bet.
It's only good for one shot though.
Yeah. Good thing no one important is watching this tonight.
Oh, yeah, so we gotta clean it up by next week or something.
Yeah. But this is on the internet, so it's forever. So
Yeah, I mean, we had to delete the last stream, right? So you guys,
I did
just
delete
gotta
the
tune in because you never know when you might say something horrible and it gets deleted.
I
You'll never get to
deleted the
hear.
last stream. I don't think we said anything horrible, but we just broke our own rules of engagement, where we don't mention names. No names. All right. Okay. Does he have anything? Nothing on his left leg. So he's right-handed purely, obviously. Why is the upper portion of his torso shiny and not? Is it another piece of armor?
Different type of armor. It's not chainmail. It's more of a
Yeah, it's like a smooth kind of armor.
He's
Yeah.
greased up. It's oil, actually.
Mm.
Oil for his chainmail. Well,
Deathstroke, Perez.
else he'd like squeak. No.
Yeah, those are some flaps. That's got to be like a fashion. What fashion in the 70s or 80s did that really originate from?
It's
He got
Captain
the pirate
America.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
Do you think
what are they called? Crusader boots, right? Or something like that? The pirate boots? Or what are they called?
Oh,
type
those
of-
ones are cool.
Ga-
Those yellow
waders?
ones.
Oh, look at this one.
I love those. I want those.
Look at this one with
Really?
with the fuzzy. This is the jungle.
That's the luau Deathstroke.
The luau Deathstroke.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like a pirate.
Sorry, yeah, James Cole's right. Buccaneer boots.
Buccaneer boots.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Yeah, because almost every superhero. I mean, even. So Captain America. What else? Like everybody else. Like Martian Manhunter had these. It's not just
Yeah,
the DC
they're-
thing, because Marvel has.
Yeah.
But every comic book artist just drew that for a while, right? Whenever they had boots. Female
It's
characters.
They didn't have any they had like Cortezes back in the day, but like they weren't sporting them.
Good to see X12 Chi _Z. Hello, that's a long name. X12 Chi _Z. Is there a faster way of pronouncing your name next time? First time chatter. Everybody welcome X12 Chi _Z. Do you have a poop story to share with us in order to get into the club?
Oh, right off the bat.
Right off the bat. Oh, this is a good one. have just to update. I think I need to remind myself to update. Hi, my name is Bernard Chang. Welcome to the stream. Make sure you hit that follow button on the bottom. If you're watching YouTube, hit the thumbs up. We're sketching Deathstroke tonight. We have our lovely Courtney.
The Heathergram of comics.
Heathergram of comics. That's a good one. We need to come up with a name for Courtney, right? Some kind of.
I've never had like really a nickname or anything like that.
So Courtney, would you like to have a nickname? What? You can't come up with your own nickname. We have to come up for it for
Penny
you.
Lane of comics.
But I will say, like, you can kind of steer us in a particular direction that you're comfortable with.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind Penny Lane, but I feel like a Penny Lane or Heather Graham, they were like muses in a way. They didn't really have their own talent. I feel like I'm a little bit more talented than that.
Oh,
so
okay.
But I mean, I could, whatever. I mean, I'm cool, whatever.
What about chat? Anybody in chat would have a good nickname for Courtney, and then we can vote on it, and then that'll be your nickname for the rest of the eternity.
Oh, I love a good one.
I will change it on my ID.
What was that, Fletch?
I said I love a good polling.
Yeah.
I love a good poll.
I do remember the first time I came on, and then you polled to see if you should have me back, Bernard, and like I think over 60% of the people said like, nah, please don't have her back.
Oh, really?
Well, it's
Yeah.
just kind of like a boys clubhouse type mentality. But then they get to know you. Now they'll be upset if you left.
I mean, you graced us.
Well,
with
I obviously apparently didn't. I was just like, nah, that's cool.
Oh, I don't like this head.
I just show up. Like,
Well,
Ooh.
I don't think I'm that short. But my brothers are very tall, and they would call me Shortney. So that
Shortney.
was.
Okay, so now we're
I'm
playing off the
5'5".
name. Judge Court.
Oh yeah, so the Superior Court is the one you came up with. I think that's
Right,
fine.
she's Superior Court. That's her.
Yeah.
That's her civilian.
The Goblin. Is it?
Not the
Oh wait.
Matthew
Wait,
Crossart
as
is very
John
good
as
with
the
the ladies,
Goblin.
by the way. Everywhere we went, he would be a great wingman, but he was chatting up all the ladies, I might say.
hubba.
No, Matthew drew me as a goblin for Christmas, and I think Jerry was Santa.
Oh yeah, and then
Yeah.
Simple Man drew you recently.
Were you a goblin or an elf? I thought it was an elf.
It was a
It
goblin.
was a goblin.
Or yeah, it was a goblin. It was definitely a goblin.
Curious, why a goblin for Christmas? For Halloween,
I
I
was
can
the-
understand.
Christmas goblin.
Okay.
I was the Jewish Christmas goblin. Maybe some Jewish. There we go.
Ruins Christmas.
I'm pretty sure that's like a old-fashioned racist way of portraying Jews.
Matthew says that's not it at all.
I know. I'm just kidding.
It says
No,
it's
he was showing me when he was
27% that, but
Frost Queen.
the other
Yeah, it was, it was
73%
Emma.
no. Frost
Emma
Queen.
Frost. That wasn't. I have no idea.
Like diamonds. Double dare.
My last name is Schwartz. That's a very Jewish last name. It also means black. So
Courtney is like 5'3", 5'5".
No, taller. It looks taller than that.
5'5".
And
5'5"?
impossibly thin, though. I don't know how you do that, though.
Thin? Am I thin?
Courtney's slender. Yep.
Shortney.
I feel like I'm.
Shortney.
That's definitely what my brothers called me.
Uh,
Both my brothers are over like 6'4", so.
all right. I think I like this head a little bit better than the other one.
Schwartzney.
Do you know what Schwarzenegger means?
I I forget what neger means in.
It's not what you think it means.
No.
It means black plowman.
Plow?
Yes.
Like a plow, a person that pulls a plow or operates a plow.
Yeah. 40 short.
In German?
I'm not 40 yet, actually. I'm turning 40 in August.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Oh, it was Matthew Crosshart's birthday a couple of weeks ago. Somebody else's birthday.
Oh, what?
Too. I think we missed somebody's birthday.
Oh.
But there,
Yeah, I don't know. I've never. Maybe that's why I never had like a nickname, because like I don't know.
But there was a fan that was getting kind of extra rowdy, and Matthew Crosshart put him in a chokehold.
No.
Oh,
way.
really?
Didn't give him a slap?
No, we just chokehold him, and they fell asleep. Yeah.
Was it one of the guys you were talking about last week on the? I heard what you said about me.
He wanted a free sketch.
Oh well, one of the writer was there. The former writer was there. He didn't stop by. Sean already said his name.
Former writer.
Yeah.
Who's not
the
a
writer
writer
that
anymore.
apparently he and I had a falling out in the middle of the series.
Well, I mean that doesn't really narrow it down that much. So.
No, there's only one writer. Actually, maybe not. There might be more. But he was there. Also, another person that I kind of have a little bit of disdain for was there too.
Oh God.
You know, sometimes I think about it. Like, I don't think I have that many people that I dislike or have beef with. But then every now and then somebody comes up and I'm like, do I really have what is it they say? Like, is it them? Is it those people, or is it just me? Right? Don't answer that, by the way.
Just say the name and then delete the stream.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Well, I'm not gonna draw the knife because he already has a knife out here. So I have this area right here. I can add one more thing.
Oh boy.
Like,
I feel like there's somebody I know that Bernard doesn't like, but I don't know why he doesn't like him. And
well, there's somebody new that doesn't like me now either. Oh, I already drew the spork. Maybe a screwdriver. What about a flashlight? Something like that that's kind of tubular.
Screwdriver.
Screwdriver? Okay. Screwdriver.
Mentos.
Yeah. You gotta.
Screwdriver. Draw a screwdriver.
He needs to be classy and be able to open, a bottle of wine, or something, or not a screwdriver.
Corkscrew.
Oh, corkscrew. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of. I just want to drink right now. That's
what if we called her Corkscrew?
Corkscrew Schwartz.
Corkscrew. No, but
Corkscrew.
but Courtney's new
Sounds
name is
obscene.
Corkscrew.
Okay. That's gonna stick for all the wrong reasons.
Kevin P. West got it. Well, what does a corkscrew look like? Let me look it up. I know there's a.
You don't know what a corkscrew looks like?
Well,
Oh, because you.
You gotta do the old one, and just like handle and the.
Yeah,
and
it's the metal one that like just opens up like this, right?
Like a pigtail.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pigtail.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the one that looks like a person does jumping jacks?
Oh, that's like a new one though. Like the old one from like the 70s is just like the handle.
This one right here. Yeah, that looks like a person. Oops. Sean's right. I never thought of it looking like a person.
No, yeah. I'm with Courtney there. Gotta draw the, that's too elaborate, that corkscrew.
That's too elaborate?
Yeah. You just go with the handle.
This
the
one?
wooden handle.
That's like a T?
Scroll to your left, yeah. That one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh wait, that's not tubular, right?
Yeah, see, it doesn't really fit. I mean, I can make it here. I can make it. What was this? This was a dart.
Spanish fly.
Well, Yeah, I mean, you could make it long. You just twist the handle to make it.
It's upside down. Be upside down. Okay. Anything else? I think that's it. I think this will be like a flare gun. Maybe this is this backup gun. Okay.
Yeah, snub nose.
Walter PPK.
Then let's see. How can I do his? I drew him in a episode of in an issue of Teen Titans. Doing my run with Adam Glass.
Mm-hmm.
I had his chainmail in a hexagonal pattern. That way, that was how I could see it working in terms of flexing.
You still have the corkscrew up.
It's upside. Oh, okay. What should I go back to?
No, I mean it's you still have the reference there, so.
Let's go back to Deathstroke. Oh, look, this is a cool one. Oh, this is Deadpool and Deathstroke.
Yeah, Deadpool. It's just a coincidence. His name is Wade Wilson, whereas Deathstroke is Slade Wilson. They're mercenaries.
Intentional.
Just coincidence.
Are you saying that the creator of Deadpool might have leaned a little bit?
What? No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, you're saying that. I would just put it.
You know why a pirate has a patch on their eye?
I don't know why.
Well, it's not entirely because they get into all those swashbuckling fights and they lose an eye, because so many pirates would have lost an eye. It's because when they go from, when they storm another ship and they're outdoors, first of all, on the deck, and then they go down below, they can't adjust to the light. So one thing will happen, if they go down below, they would have to wait maybe 30 seconds for their eyes to adjust and then fight. So what they do is they cover one eye, and then they fight up on the deck, and they go down below and they take off the eye patch, and then they can see and start fighting immediately in the dark, in a dimmer light.
Wow, really? You just bullshitting us, Sean?
No, it's true. I mean, as if there's such thing as pirates anyways, but that's supposedly the
they
real
were
reason.
pirates. They were real pirates. Yeah,
I guess so. I mean,
pirates.
Or syphilis.
I just don't know why they don't just
Syphilis
keep one
of
eye
the
shut.
eye is a real thing.
Yeah, why didn't they just keep one eye shut?
Yeah, that I don't know.
Jeremy Joe says he thought it was for nighttime, or is it to look at the, to look at the telescope, the thing, that way you don't have to squint your eye.
I think it's syphilis, but.
Or is it that's the shoulder that the parrot sits on, so that it doesn't
poke his eye.
Yeah, it doesn't peck at his eye. All right, let's darken this. Let's darken this and let's get out of here. Oh, we're 2 hours in already.
Do you guys want to know something that I always bet on and win money on? Like if you're talking to someone and then you get on the subject and then they're like, nuh-uh, and I was like, yeah. And then I'm like, I'll bet you $50, and they're like, okay. It's, there's actually really no such thing as a pirate map or treasure map. So there's never been really one in history. So that's a lie. And people are like, no, there's definitely a treasure map. And I'm like, no.
Well, there was
and I always win money.
There was a treasure map in Goonies. Come on.
That is true. That is true. You got me. Maybe like a pirate treasure map. Well, that's the same. But
so was there no pirate treasure, or was it just no map?
Well, they wouldn't like bury it, or they wouldn't like drop it off someplace where they would need a map to go back to. So
that can't be true. According to all the documentaries, the Pirates of the Caribbean, that treasure.
Jack Sparrow wouldn't lie to us.
Yeah, I mean that's a whole movie franchise.
Yeah.
Look at them, how stupid to be wasting hundreds of millions of dollars on something.
Yeah.
Oh, Voldemort confirms
Hi.
Sean's
About
eye
the
patch
eye
theory. Huh. One eye
I
Willie.
still think it's a lie. Still think it's syphilis. Syphilis to the eye. He's raging back then. They just lied. They're just like, it's better if I can't really see, so this is how I fight better when I have to go below deck to fight.
Yeah,
That corkscrew looks like a good knife.
it looks like a knife.
Looks like a good tool. I mean, a good fighting tool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was in, what was that movie where some girl stabbed a guy in the foot with a corkscrew?
Oh yeah. What was that movie?
Brad Pitt was in it, and so was Dennis Hopper.
Meet Jack Black, or not Jack? Meet Joe Black.
No, it was like Brad Pitt was a drug dealer, but True Romance. That's
True
it.
Romance.
Yes.
Oh man, that's old.
Crochet art. This is a Oran's Pentel pencil, so it's not actually an ink pen. It's just a HB lead. The other lead was a 2H. I'm just going in with a darker, softer lead. So technically, it's not inking. If I make a mistake, I can still erase. But Fletch is our resident erase counter, and if I do more than 8 erases, I get flogged afterwards.
The head alone had like 4 or 5 erases.
Yeah, so I'm getting close to it. What was this? This is lighter. I might have some room for maybe 1 or 2 more things.
Wow. This is an elaborate drawing.
Yeah, you really packed this one in.
That's what she said.
What was this? I forgot some of the things there. What was this little knob thing here? Does anybody remember? That's underneath a dart.
Oh wow, what was that? Someone in chat's gotta.
Yeah, someone in
remember.
chat gotta remember. Here's some ninja stars.
Right. Wasn't one of them like a Tic Tac or a lighter or something?
The Tic Tac is down here.
The spork. Is it a spork?
No, the spork is up here underneath the the fishing fly.
Oh, the chess piece. Okay.
Oh, chess piece. There we go. Right.
Oh, right.
Okay.
He calls it the horse chess piece.
The rook? What is that?
A knight.
The knight. Yeah, you know, I used to
Yeah,
play chess. I used to play Chinese chess. I was telling Matthew, I used to in junior high I was in the chess club, but I didn't like to study maneuvers, so I would play what I called Yahoo chess, which would be yeehaw chess. Yeehaw. So I would like take out the opponent's queen as fast as possible in an unconventional way, even sacrificing my own queen. So there were also a couple times where when I was hanging out with John and he liked to play chess, I would play yeehaw chess, where I would just yeehaw take out the best piece. Racer GRX is here. Good to see Racer GRX. Anything else? Let's see. Okay, this is the Tic Tac. He has a flask.
Flask, yeah. What's next to the Tic Tac?
A candy bar. Did we figure out what the candy bar was?
Babe Ruth or
Baby Ruth? Baby Ruth?
or 80s you could do whatchamacallit.
Whatchamacallit. Oh, that's a good one. Whatchamacallit.
Those are delicious.
Yeah. Do they
I
still make
love
them anymore?
those.
Oh.
Yeah, they still have them.
They do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where?
I
Yeah.
have kids. I had one like a couple weeks ago.
Whatchamacallit. Damn. Maybe it's an East Coast
Where
thing.
do you even get those?
Fletch, you're in New York. You got to go buy some, bring them back to the West Coast. You know, they don't have like, some candies are not distributed. There's got to be some kind of distribution issue because Bit O' Honey is like everywhere in New York, but somewhat difficult to find on the West Coast.
That gets stuck in your teeth like way too easy though.
Bit
I
of
feel.
Honey?
Doesn't it?
Whatchamacallit. Let me look up the whatchamacallit bar.
Man, those are good.
Because that's a logo. It's like a block letter. Whatchamacallit.
Yeah, so it's like chocolate on the outside, and there's some sort of like, is it like Rice Krispie stuff in there? or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
Or there's always like Butterfingers, which was big, and
Yeah, I remember.
so it was like early 90s.
Yeah, see, this is a newer logo with the. It wasn't.
Yeah.
Let me do vintage.
You know, Jason Liebig, the X-Men editor, is the world renowned
Here it is.
candy archivist.
Right. Here is the original whatchamacallit bar. There we go.
So hungry.
Yeah. Me too. Does candy expire?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, the chocolate turns like different color.
Yeah, but you can still eat it, right? I mean, it's like cheese.
Chocolate
remember you
is
drank
supposed to not go bad though. It's supposed to just bloom, but it's supposed to be. It's supposed to not go bad, but as somebody who eats a lot of chocolate, I've had stuff that I'm like, I shouldn't eat this.
Yeah. I mean, on stream, I drank a bottle of beer that was like,
Yeah,
what, 10 years old or something?
12 years old beer.
What?
Yeah. It's been sitting in my fridge.
It sounds nauseating.
We gotta do more of those stunts. Remember the one chip challenge?
I bought a couple more one-chip challenges if you guys don't want to do that on stream. I can mail you one, Sean, and then we can do a drawing challenge.
Well, I'm not. Do you want to know like the? It's interesting the relationship between your birds and the one chip challenge. It's kind of interesting.
What is there?
As a way to disperse the seed, like there's different ways. Like some seeds fly through the air and some get consumed by animals. The best thing for a seed is to be consumed by a bird because they fly away and they poop far away, and then they can actually proliferate and have a stronger way of surviving. So in order to make themselves attractive to birds, there's this chemical that the plant just naturally produces to discourage mammals from eating it, and that's because our salivary glands respond in a way that it feels like it's on fire. So when we eat that, we spit it out, but birds can't taste that.
Yeah, they can't taste
and
it.
birds actually love pepper seeds.
Yeah.
So it's just a way of encouraging birds to eat it and mammals to not eat it. So that's, how birds gave us nachos.
Yeah, because my birds they like to eat the seeds from peppers, but they don't taste the spiciness. Well, I have room for a couple other things hanging off the side. Any more suggestions before I'll move to the hand?
Concerned about how much more of the drawing you have to do?
Little knickknacks. I don't think it'd be that bad.
Knickknacks, his whole body.
I think he's missing a Tamagotchi. I think he needs one of those.
Oh, I saw that in the store. It's like $30 right now.
What?
30.
Yeah.
Oh, they must all be vintage, right?
No, I think they still make them, or they started producing them again.
I don't know. That would have been like around junior high when that came out, or high school, or elementary school. I don't remember.
No, I think they came out when I was around 11 or 12.
Did we ever come
Because
up with a name?
I got mine in Japan before it was released in the US. Some special.
Are we done with the nickname suggestions? Was there any top names for Courtney?
Well, there's corkscrew. There's
Corkscrew. Okay. Yeah.
corkscrew, Courtney. What else was there?
Just
We might
superior
have
court.
we might have to give it a little bit more thought. You know,
I feel like when the time will come, it'll
Yeah.
present itself.
because this is forever.
Yeah, I'm stuck with it.
All right. Well, Fletch, you got any more shows you're going to, or?
San Diego's a big thing I'm working on next, but I might be doing ALA for June, American Library Association,
Oh, okay.
and working with another potential client for Emerald City and C2E2. So
Nice. What about Heroes? You gonna do Heroes?
not on my list right now.
Okay. Sean, do you want to do Heroes?
I really can't do too many. I'm doing Tampa, I think.
Oh, you're doing Tampa? When is Tampa?
Yeah. Sometime in late June, I believe.
Oh,
Is that the SuperCon one or the new Fan Expo one? Their Fan Expo one or no?
It used to be run by, oh God, I don't know what's his name.
Wizard?
no.
No, not Wizard. I forgot what their company is called, but they're not even owned by that company
They
anymore.
do Indianapolis, or they do Indiana
Yeah.
Comic Con and San Francisco Comic Con.
Yeah, those guys.
Enjoy your time with the tampons.
It's
What they're called?
I don't know what they're called.
Sean, you did that show before, right?
I did.
In June. Was it hot as balls in Tampa?
I didn't think so.
Do we have any readers and followers in chat that are live in Tampa Bay?
Well, I was just in Tampa with Dan
Right.
a couple ago, and it was freaking hot over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, already.
Global
March, yeah.
warming, man. All right. Koshe is not going to C2E2, but getting ready for San Diego. Oh, okay. I was going to ask if anybody has a good suggestion for a poster print for me to do for San Diego this year. Every year I do a. The last few years I've been
This
doing
right
like
here.
an
How about that?
exclusive poster print for San Diego, featuring new Superman. So, does anybody have? Should I do the scales or? Well, let me modernize it. I'll take a little bit of.
I'm at my office. I'm about to drive home.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get off chat, but I'm still gonna watch on Twitch. So I will see you guys later.
Bye.
Get home
Bye.
safe.
Bye, Jordan.
Thank
I'm
you.
out.
Drive safe.
I'll try.
All right, guys. Now's the time to come up with a nickname for her.
Mm-hmm.
Happy holidays, Courtney. No holds bar.
Barton.
Fartney.
Fartney.
Wait, she waits till she leaves and comes up with that one.
That's a good one. Why didn't you come up with Fartney? Come on, Matthew. That was a good one.
Because she was in the room.
Fartney.
Sharpney.
Shardy.
And we should come up with all different kinds of like knees at the end, right? Or quartz. Quartz. Isn't that how nicknames work?
Oh wow, you're drawing those little hex things. You're not just gonna like make it like a fishnet stocking type
Nope,
thing where
I
it's
gotta
easier?
go in. I gotta.
Wow, this is totally detailed.
You're getting a hex pattern chainmail.
Don't you ever draw yourself into a corner where it doesn't fit?
It does,
and
yeah.
then you
Right
just
now,
get all upset.
right now I'm at a point where, here at the elbow, as it.
Oh yeah.
But the whole thing with the hex is that it's supposed to flex, and there you should be able to. the grooves in between and make it fit. But
Code Courtney, because she's a half pint.
Court seat. Courtney.
Corsetney.
Courtney, because she's a half pint.
Because she put on a corset.
A corsetney.
Corsetney.
I mean, once we figured out the name, we can do a whole special drum roll rollout. This area right here, this one I fucked up on.
Yeah, no one can tell.
The amount of detail, though, it's crazy.
Fletch sounds like he's gonna fall asleep any second now.
A little bit, yeah. It's been a long day, but all good.
You gotta watch the news and see. I think they have that guy possibly.
Oh, they caught him?
Well, they have a person of interest. I mean, soon after that, then they go pick him up. He might already be in custody, and they just come out with the news a little bit later.
Because they have his name and everything, right? So.
Yeah. I mean, how do they connect him with that U-Haul, though? Or
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know. Well, maybe because they looked inside and it's like, oh, damn, there's a whole bunch of bombs in here. Whose U-Haul is this?
right? Because they found a couple of undetonated devices, right? And
Yeah, I haven't been watching the news. Been so busy, so. But
Do you suspect that it is some sort of anti-Asian?
well, it would be a pretty weak attack against Asians, though, because it's not very targeted.
Yeah.
well, Sunset Park area. But yeah, we just don't know enough to know what his motive is. It's not terrorist attack motivated, or maybe, I don't know.
It's just a crazy attack, right?
He definitely was looking to do a lot of damage, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Every time that the kind of news comes out, then Julia starts going on Zillow looking for a new place to move to.
Yeah. Scary. It's not just New York. I mean, it's the entire country. That seems like the level of violence and aggression is so far up.
Yeah, I don't know why a pandemic would do that to to people. Like, I don't understand what the connection is.
Well, people have been locked up. Oh, sorry, I've been off screen. Locked up for like a year and a half or so, and they just go crazy.
But I mean, does that make you go crazy so you want to harm people?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I mean,
I don't know either. What do you?
Yeah, a lot of people with mental issues, possibly just not having that those outlets to be able to go to for support.
Yeah.
yeah, we're really bad with that. We just kind of forget about those people, and they're just kind of walking on the street. And I mean, you can walk around New York, you can see them. They need help, but they're out on the street in public.
Yeah.
Well, it's I thought Sean, you said not to get too political on this.
Oh, we're not getting political. Yeah, because we can talk about bail reform.
I mean, it's who was I talking to? I was talking to some people like, yeah, the homeless encampment issue. They say Los Angeles is like a wasteland, and I think it is an issue. It is a problem. But also, prior to me moving downtown in 2004, there were a lot of encampments downtown already, and they were cleared out by the developers at some point. But in the last 2-3 years, they've returned. I would say in the last 3 years, they've kind of returned. But also, in part, they passed a law out here where you can't confiscate or you can't throw out homeless people's stuff once you...
Yeah, we have a lot more respect for their rights now than before.
Because in theory, it's like their stuff, right? It's somebody's stuff.
Yeah, they're not homeless, they're houseless. I mean, so if you don't have a house, it doesn't mean not your belongings are shit.
Yeah.
So it's their stuff.
I still have yet to hear like a sustainable solution.
Yeah, it's one of the most difficult things we have to face, and there's so many different reasons why someone ends up homeless, and I can't think of any solution.
And you know, do you force them into housing if they don't want to go into housing? How long does the temporary housing last? How long do the services last? A lot of them are drug addicts. I've been watching this video series on YouTube called The Soft White Underbelly. Have any of you watched any of that stuff? It's a pretty popular, pretty famous, not to say popular, but it definitely gets a lot of views. Where a photographer goes and interviews a lot of people on Skid Row. And they talk about, very honestly, about some of their problems, whether coherently or not, because a lot of them are on drugs when they're doing it. And it gives you a little bit of an insight from kind of, I think, a personal standpoint, you know, again, based off of a limited number of interviews. But it is, I think it's worth looking at, just at least to gain a little bit of a personal understanding.
All right.
Soft white underbelly.
A simple man used to work in a prison.
Yeah. So mental strain. So, like, you know, imagine a year and a half or 2 years of being stuck inside of a house or place where you already perhaps have issues. And what were we going to say, Sean?
Oh, people kind of get shocked when they see those videos of people just robbing the grocery stores or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we don't really do anything about it, because one of the reasons, like, if we do lock that guy up, he ends up in that system, and then he might have family at home, like a kid, a son, and then he doesn't get to be a father. And it's just basically, you have to weigh your options. Like, do you want to create a bigger problem after this guy stealing, or do you just want to, you know, just let it go because it's not that much money? You just throw some shampoo or whatever. It's better than creating two huge problems they have to deal with 10 years down the road.
Yeah. Like, a lot in the soft white underbelly, a lot of these people, they're homeless, they're on drugs, and they also have, like, kids, like, and they continue having kids. Gosh, I don't really know.
Yeah.
We shouldn't really get too deep into this.
Yeah, no, this is a watch the artist draw stream.
Yeah. Well, you know, again, this, I think, is a good insight, because look, when I'm drawing, a lot of times, you know, this is a technical application, a skill moment, right? I'm already just this is kind of the inking phase, right? So I'm already figured out the base skeleton of the drawing. Now I'm just kind of doing the rendering, and the rendering really is just it doesn't require an intense focus at this point. Now it's, you know, I've drawn this hexagonal chainmail. I've kind of rendered shade and shadow before on the face, so it's a little bit less. My mind tends to wander a lot in this stage.
Yeah, so this is when YouTube comes on, and then you can actually...
Right. You really have to, like, listen to some kind of music or something to block your head from thinking about all of these other things that your brain was absorbing throughout the day or throughout the week.
By the way, I just Shartney just texted on the chat.
Oh, what did she say? She shouldn't be texting and driving.
What's the other?
Shartney? Shortney?
Shortney?
Schwartzney?
Fartney.
So I think for some people, while it's very therapeutic, drawing is. A lot of times for myself, I don't know if, Sean, you feel this way, drawing can be somewhat painful, because some parts of it come easier than others, and the easier parts your brain tends to wander. and almost you have to kind of numb it by preoccupying it with listening to something else.
But then you listen to the soft white underbelly. So
Yeah, but it takes my mind off of maybe some of the other things I might be thinking about at the time. So I think I'm pretty much there, getting close. Should I add some color to this?
Yeah, color. Blue and orange.
Hey, Fletch, are you near DeFara's Pizzeria?
The Faros? No.
Yeah, no? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's closer to the Brooklyn Bridge area.
Okay. No, it's it's like near Bayside. It's like deep in the
Oh. What am I thinking of then?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a big red because
Yeah. Cuz DeFara has had that old guy that made the square slice, but he just passed away like a few weeks ago. I've been wanting to go all this
well,
time.
I just looked it up. Midwood, so it's like deeper into Brooklyn
Okay.
or on Avenue. Yeah.
Well, don't dox
so when they
yourself.
put him in a coffin, do they put that little white little table thing inside there?
Oh.
You know?
Maybe. No, he was famous for
My
like.
daughter loves.
Huh?
My daughter loves that pizza because it always comes with a toy table, and that's what she thinks it is.
Yeah, that's what I use for the birds. They toy tables. When I make a little restaurant set up for them, I use those for. And then I cut up the extra pizza sheet because it's like red and white stripes. I use that as like a fake tablecloth. So right now the hexagonal pattern, I'm kind of eyeballing it. I put down a little bit of like a guideline, like but I'm trying to also conform it to the shape of the leg as it wraps around underneath.
Wow. Yeah, most artists don't do that. I mean, Jim Chung would do that, but boy, imagine if you had to draw this character and he appeared 3 times on every page, and for most of the book.
Yeah, it's crazy. I had to draw him like in a couple issues of Teen Titans. It's a pain in the ass. Eventually, at some point, you're gonna have to just put him in silhouette.
Well, I think why a lot of the newer versions of Deathstroke doesn't have that much chainmail or just draws a simpler costume.
I wonder. Yeah, there's a Deathstroke title. I wonder how that guy handles it.
Yeah.
Oh, Pablo
Usually-
Pantalona. Yeah, my buddy from we went to Abu Dhabi together.
Yeah.
I think if you
Pantalina, yeah.
Pantalina, yeah. If you guys get an opportunity, let me pull up his Instagram. You should follow Paulo. He was actually living in Kiev right before the Russians invaded, and so he also has a GoFundMe or a PayPal donate where he has friends that are actually still in the Ukraine, and they buy supplies and stuff to ship overseas. Paulo Pantalena. Yeah.
Wow, he's really
Kinda famous.
jacked.
Oh, he's huge, man. Guy's fucking huge. His artwork is amazing. I love his line weight and his texturing. But
Nice
yeah,
guy too, great guy.
great guy. His apartment was in Kiev. It still is. Right now he's in Italy. But a lot of his artwork, his computer, his Cintiq, all that stuff in Kiev, most likely at some point probably destroyed. So, just to think about how we are in our situation in life, not to get too political,
Oh boy. Oh my God, that's nasty.
He also posts on his stream a lot of videos that he gets from friends that are there, that really kind of show
Oh my God.
what's happening. So this is reality. I mean, there are some of our fellow peers that, his whole livelihood is completely upside down. For him, he's kept things together. But again, I think his family and friends that are back home, definitely going through a completely different sense of reality. So here, he's raising funds to help provide. See if this changes. Yeah. All right. Well, we're pretty much done with this sketch, I think, for now. Is there...
Cool.
Maybe I'll like put some shade and shadow on this underneath. Is he standing on a building's edge, or is he standing over? A lot of stuff happening in the world. We're very fortunate just to be on here stream, just sketching, talking about shot stories.
Different names for Courtney.
Different names for Courtney.
As if we have no problems in the world.
Yeah.
Interesting times we live in. I hope everybody's watching and staying safe. Anything else you guys think I should add to this before we get out of here?
I was wondering, how are you doing on your book? Because did you have like 2 shows back to back?
Yeah, I mean, but the deadline is usually the first week of the month. So right now I'm starting to gear back up. I had just finished the last book deadline before I went to South Carolina, and so I kind of had a little bit of reprieve. When it gets to the end of the month, life is like hell, in terms of the deadline, and just constantly fighting an uphill battle. In part, last year was difficult for me to work. So a lot of the stuff just got pushed back. I don't know.
Well, you have a claim for Matthew Crossart put in a claim for 60.
Oh wow.
Do you want? Let's just give this away. Let's just give this away. No claim today. Let's just give this away. If you guys want to make a claim, donate that to Paolo. How about that?
Well, I mean, do they get this drawing and then you give the money to Paolo?
No.
Okay. You're just intent on giving this drawing away.
Yeah, I just give it away. We didn't give it away. I think the last sketch was a claim. Mr. Joshua picked up the what was it?
Oh yeah, he picked up a WonderCon, right?
Yeah. So this one, I'm also doing. If you notice, like the hexagonal chainmail in a different directional, just to see how it looks. Some of it is directional, but some of it is.
You
Just
can
random.
tell you're really into footwear because, I mean, you got all those wrinkles and then the tread
Well, you would need
and the
tread, right?
sole.
Hey, this guy's an assassin. You would think he would need tread, right? If he didn't have tread on the bottom of his boots, which a lot of people don't draw, he'd be slipping and sliding all over the place. What kind of an assassin or warrior, just it doesn't make any tactical sense.
Well, do you think that there's any room now for that old stylization where it's just like the flat bottom with the heel? It just seems like we drew it that way because it's a hard thing to draw. It's a very strange compound curve form
Yeah.
that curves in so many directions at once and from different angles. It just kind of simplified into like diamonds, and then the sole is just flat, like it's a leather shoe.
Yeah. Oh, well, I
So
think in the
if we
past
do
it
that
used to be
these
like a leather
days,
shoe. Yeah. Well,
right? But you can't do that anymore though. If you're drawing Captain America, you're supposed to put like a
I would think
treads and
Captain
stuff like that.
America would have treads. Yeah. I mean, Batman has treads. Jim Lee really infused that, right, in his version of Hush of Batman. I would think, like,
Right.
look, you got to draw the stuff in there. Anyone that's doing it
But
is kind of being a little bit half-assed.
you know, when someone wears a combat boots and then tights at the same time, it's like it's kind of an unusual combo.
Yeah. One fight at a time, Sean. Just trying to get the tread fight going. Okay. All right. Here's the Deathstroke.
Kotaku.
Okay. Anything else?
It's a long stream tonight.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get out of here. 2 hours 30 minutes. Let's. Sean, you want to text me a number between 1 and 88?
All right.
Kotaku. That's not bad. Kotaku. Look,
Yeah.
look, Kotaku.
A little Japanese in there.
Yeah. That's not a bad one. Kotaku. Sean's texting me a number between 1 and 88. This is open to everybody in chat. Coach AR, just if you hit the follow button. Okay, send me a good number there. That's a good number. Type in a number between 1 and 88. Closest. Courtmaru. Closest to the number wins this Deathstroke utility boot.
Utility boot. We heard of utility belts, but this is the first utility
This is a
boot.
utility boot.
Yeah, he definitely needs those threads on his boot so he doesn't slip. Because if he slips, all that stuff is gonna jam him.
Yeah.
It's like a woman spilling her
It's
purse all
heavy,
over the street.
exactly. I still got room for something here. Any other suggestions on some stuff? We still got room for some stuff. No?
Oh boy.
Okay. Is Lurky still here? Gotta send out Lurky stuff this week. I'm gonna try to get out. This is the only week I have really to breathe. Starting next week, I'm back in the working until my eyes pop out. So, really no reprieve until like maybe a couple months from now. Nail clippers. That's a good one. Golf Boy Sunday. Nail clippers.
Toenail clippers. Yeah, if you can even draw that.
Nail clippers. Okay, got nail clippers right there. Okay. All right, let's Lurky, you want to close it out? Want to close out the number? Anybody else want to punch in a number between 1 and 88? Shipping is free as long as you're in the continental United States. Use all the
We're looking at you, Crispy Papa.
all the funds. Well, I send it crispy free too, but all the funds from the subs go to paying for the shipping. So Sean's number was 46, right? 46. We got
46.
anybody?
Ooh,
Longwu got 47.
Someone- Yeah, 47. So,
Is that the closest?
That could be
Longwu.
it.
Okay, looks like Longwu got it.
Yeah.
Longwu, congratulations. Very close. That's pretty close. 46, 47. Koshayar
Holy
came
shit.
close. 42. A lot of times, first-time viewers get, have won in the past when we're doing the wheel.
So I guess Long Wu doesn't usually win that much then.
He hasn't won. He hasn't won recently. So congratulations, Long Wu.
That's good.
Long was here. Try to get this out. I'm gonna make a mail post office run this week. I know I owe Lurky Lurk, Golf Boy Sunday, a bunch of stuff. Crispy won a couple of things. Simple Man, I gotta get him a red envelope cover. And I know I have a stack of some other stuff around. So, all right. Well, you guys got anything else you want to add, Sean, Fletch?
We lost a comedy legend today, Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Damn. He seemed like he was still like very with it until not I mean fairly recently. He was still all together.
They didn't say what the cause was, just a long illness. But yeah, just everybody stay safe out there. It's just still crazy out there.
Yes, we're not ready to come out yet. So,
Sean, anything else you want to add?
I don't think. Well, I guess Iron Fist 3 when it comes out. I have more pages. I do have that book. That's probably not out for a while, but
yeah, probably.
Oh, and be on your best behavior. I might bring some Google people here soon.
Yeah.
So for our storytelling thing,
right? We'll get back to that maybe next week. Kind of our storytelling to this week. I wanted to catch up on the battle, the sketches. So.
Oh, the storytelling stuff.
Yeah. So okay. Thanks, guys. Happy holidays. Thank you, Yojimbo. Thank you for everybody in chat. Stay safe out there. Thank you, Matthew Crossar, for being awesome handler, security, and masseuse.
That's great. I wish I was there.
Yeah. His hands are so big he can massage two of us at the same time.
Dang, it sounds like a date.
Okay.
On that note.
On that note, we'll see you guys next week. Ciao. Happy holidays.
See you next Tuesday.
Bye.